Good morning. Happy Friday. You are looking live over downtown Macon this morning. The time is 6:30 on this October the 14th, almost halfway through the month. I'm Caitlin Heck. Let's start off with a look at your forecast with meteorologist Jordan West. What a difference from yesterday morning, Jordan, when it was just kind of sticky and warm outside.
Yes, now the time of the year where people are like, one day it's cold and dry, the next day it's hot and humid. That's all thanks to these fronts that we're going to start really seeing across central Georgia. Speaking of which, downtown Macon, still a little dark out there, but temperatures sitting at a cool 51 degrees. Big difference than yesterday when it was actually raining. Now it's a lot more drier, and over the past 24 hours, you can see where that rain really hit down yesterday across central Georgia. You kind of see these little stripes across the screen where that cold front just had rain, poured some rain, stop, pour some more rain, stop. It's kind of nature with these cold fronts sometimes. But over the live radar, we're not seeing any rain this morning. And here's our surface map. You can see where that cold front is now off the eastern coast. Most of that rain associated with it is just to our north, but drier air behind it, cooler air behind it. Here's that drier air you can see here on the water vapor satellite imagery. And overall, yesterday we saw a high of 82 degrees. On average, the high is around 80, but back in 1969, we saw a high of 92 degrees. I'll talk about how hot it's going to get today coming up.
Thank you, Jordan. Right now, a Bibb County arrest warrant reveals more details on the charges against a woman accused of shooting and killing her husband. We told you about Wednesday's arrest of Letitia Riddle. She's accused of killing Eddie Riddle Sunday, October 2nd at their home on Zebulon Road. The warrant says the shooting happened during a fight between the couple. Now it says she grabbed her Jennings 9mm handgun and shot Eddie in the head. The warrant doesn't give any more details about the fight or whether Letitia Riddle claimed self-defense. Riddle turned herself in Wednesday to face charges of murder and aggravated assault. She's held without bond in the Bibb County Jail. This morning, a Dublin man is dead and another man in jail after a shooting outside a home. Police arrested Lewis Kemp Jr. in the case. Lawrence County Deputy Coroner Nathan Stanley says the shooting happened Wednesday afternoon at a home on Musgrove Street in Dublin. Stanley says 44-year-old Kerry O'Keefe Evans was involved in a domestic dispute and shot once in the chest. He died at the home. Stanley says the GBI is investigating and Evans' body was sent to the crime lab for an autopsy. And a Hancock County man now faces life in prison for murdering a man and dismembering him with a chainsaw. 34-year-old Christian Demon was convicted of malice murder in the death of 29-year-old Justin Jong. Investigators found a dismembered body in several trash bags back in June of 2021. They later found Demon in South Carolina driving the victim's Jeep with a bloody chainsaw in the back. Well, next year, if you get Social Security, you'll see a big jump in your monthly payment. Benefit payments are increasing by almost 9%, which would boost retirees' monthly payments to about $146 a month. There is a downside, though. The increased income could push recipients above the threshold for getting certain benefits like Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and rental assistance. According to Social Security, in 2022, an average of 66 million Americans a month will get benefits. The increase is intended to help people on fixed incomes fight inflation. As seniors, retirees, and disabled Americans try to use that money to pay for groceries, bills, and gas, inflation is worse this year than it was last. Randy Goss believes the change will help millions who are just barely getting by.
People on fixed income, they are struggling to make ends meet, and every dollar for them counts. And this $144 based on the national average it really is just going to be a Band-Aid until the cost of living starts to drop.
Around 7 million people will get the increase on December 30th of this year. The rest will begin in January of 2023. Today, the Atlanta Medical Center owned by Wellstar closes its emergency room for good. The full hospital will close in a few weeks on November 1st. That will leave Grady Hospital as the only Level 1 trauma center in Metro Atlanta. The next closest location is Macon's Atrium Health Navicent. Tonight, you could get a chance to see Georgia's U.S. Senate candidates face off in what could be their one and only debate. Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock and Republican challenger Herschel Walker went back and forth deciding on a debate. Senator Warnock agreed to 3 debates. Walker only agreed to this separate 4th debate. Today, Walker and Warnock are scheduled to debate at 7 p.m. in Savannah at the Marriott Hotel. It's being broadcast on a local Savannah TV station, but we will report on what happens in the debate tonight on 13 WMAZ News at 11. And don't forget, our November 2022 election guide is live right now. You can find it on 13WMAZ.com. You'll find key dates and races. You can learn about different ways to vote and find all kinds of great information there. You can also text the word VOTE, just that word, to the number on your screen, 478-752-1309, and we'll send a link to that guide straight to your cell phone. Well, today, Larry Bush's Riverside Tire Shop business officially closes. The longtime Central Georgia businessman says he's retiring. Bush says he's worked out an agreement with Grant's Tire and Auto on Riverside. If he bought tires or had repairs done at Bush's, Grant's will now honor those warranties. He's been in the industry for over 45 years. He says he prayed with his wife over the decision and they feel it is the best one they can make. Bush says he's thankful for everyone that chose to do business with him over so many years. Well, it is tough to find counseling services for children and teen abuse victims in rural Georgia, but Sunshine House Regional Children's Advocacy Center is working to fill that need. They provide counseling and family assessments for child victims of family violence or sexual abuse. Bonnie Hitchcock is the only family advocate at the Washington County location. Right now, her cases involve adolescent teens, and her job is to help children and teens cope with the trauma of abuse. She says with only one psychologist in the county, it's hard for kids to get the help they need.
Washington County has a lot of gang activity. We have drugs in Washington County. We have children that are exposed to more than they should be.
Now, kids are not automatically sent to Washington County when they experience traumatic abuse. They go to the head office in Emmanuel County for forensic interviews and medical exams first. Well, before you head out the door, you're going to find a road closed in Eastman today, but it's all in the name of progress. Log Cabin Road will close at the intersection with Cochran Highway. It's part of a $45 million upgrade of that stretch of State Route 87 and U.S. Highway 23. Over the next 6 months, crews will create new lanes across Log Cabin Road. And during that time, you can detour using Antioch Church Road and the 87 spur. You can still use the main highway as normal. It's all part of a larger project that stretches about 9.5 miles. Crews should finish around the middle to end of next year. Right now, the time is 6:37, and what a beautiful weekend we have ahead of us, especially as we go to the fair. We have all kinds of fall events happening.
That's right. Perfect, beautiful weekend to do so. We're going to wake up cool. We're going to not warm up as much, but nevertheless, we'll be a lot drier. Might need that chapstick and lotion, but hey, you're not going to be humid, wet, or sticky outside like we have been over the past few days. There's that live looking at Perry. You kind of see the slide there in the picture. You got the clock tower and the background. Still a little dark, but it means it's still pretty cool out there. Really cool, actually. 47 degrees. That might be one of the lowest on the map. But over the past 24 hours, saw a lot of rain. Therefore, kind of warmed up a pretty good amount yesterday. But because of that dry air and even cooler air that's moving in, not going to warm up a lot today. Looking at the radar now, not seeing any rain out there. But that cold front is now off the eastern coast, and much of the rain that was associated with it is now in some of our north and eastern states of the United States. Meanwhile, much of the southeast, if not all of the southeast, is relatively dry at the moment. As we head over the next few days and over the next few hours, it looks like we're going to remain dry, but all that dry air will lack moisture, and therefore we won't see any potential for any thunderstorm development or any shower development as well. But current temperatures, looks like we're in the 50s at the moment. What I want you to note is this blue that you see here on the screen. That's cold air, like temperatures in the lower 50s and even upper 40s. That's trying to make its way towards central Georgia. The winds are cooperating with it and kind of just taking it and moving it into central Georgia. And that's why we're not going to see those temperatures rise as quickly, if at all, as we head into the afternoon, with highs only in the 70s. But we're not the only ones cold across the map. Looks like some places are seeing temperatures in the 30s, 38 for Green Bay, 39 in Grand Rapids, and 34 degrees in Minneapolis. So it's really cold out there across much of the United States, but we will warm up as the sun comes out and as we head into the afternoon. Dew point temperatures are in the upper 40s, so relatively dry, more comfortable outside, and a lot less humid as we head into Monday of next week. Cold front comes in, meaning even more drier temperatures as we start the work week. Today, getting up to 77 degrees overall, a cool start. Tonight, dropping to 49 degrees. Tomorrow, getting up to 82 degrees, so a little bit on the warmer side. So far, the tropics, nothing really going on despite as we head into the end of the tropical season, as we head into November. But we do have Tropical Storm Carl here just spinning about. It looks like to make landfall this weekend as a low pressure system, but currently a tropical system. And we've gone through quite a bit of names, but Lisa, Martin, and Nicole are the next 3 names on our hurricanes names list. Here's our 7-day forecast. Temperature highs will rise up to 84 degrees by Sunday of this upcoming week. 20% chance of rain on Monday. Cooler air and lots of sunshine by Wednesday and Thursday of next week.